Hello, viewer. Thank you very much for watching Gibbs TV. Please, if today is your first time, kindly subscribe. If you already subscribed, continue to like and share our videos so that YouTube will recommend our videos for others to also watch. Okay, today's video, I'll be focusing on how you can enter data into Greater software. Okay, this is the part 2 of the first video. So I'm going to show you how you can enter data and also run data, and also how you can transform the data variables into log or into squares. So stay tuned with me as I show you how you can do all these in a simple steps. So this is the data I'm about to code into the Greater. So it's a simple data set, okay? So here, I'm going to look at the effect or the relationship between price, okay, and quantity demanded of a good. So two variables, it's a simple analysis, okay, the quantity demanded of a good and the price of a good. Okay, let's say tomatoes. So quantity demanded of tomatoes and the price of tomatoes. Any good, okay, you can use it for the purpose of the analysis. And we're also going to look at another analysis where we'll be looking at the price elasticity. So we have to transform the initial model that we will use to establish the relationship or the effect, so that the analysis that we get as a result of the transform model will be in elasticity. Okay, so now let me open my software that is Greater. I've already clicked on it. This is the interface you see, okay? Because I want it to be at the side of the data so that I'll see to enter them. So here, what I need to do here is that I'll first click on File, then I go to New Data Set, click on it. Then I have to declare my observation. The observation is the same as your sample size, okay? So if your sample size is 20, you put in 20. But in this particular case, we have 10 observations, okay? So we have 10 observations. So we have to tell the system that our total observation is 10. Then you click OK. So for us to also deal with this, you can either choose time series or cross-sectional, okay? So if it is cross-sectional, it's not going to tell you the time, but the time is to tell you the period. So you can choose, so let's say cross-sectional. So let's forward it. Starting from, so you have to start entering the data values, apply. So first of all, you have to state the variable names. Enter the name for the first variable, quantity. Then I'll key in quantity, click OK. Okay, so once I do that, it will automatically generate this tab for me. Okay, then I will start entering my variables for the quantity. I have 180, then my arrow, my drop down arrow, 590, okay, 430, 250, 275, 720, 680, 490, 700, 210. After the last value, I will click on the green check mark, apply. Okay, so once it's applied, it's telling me that there's a missing value. So I have to close here, then key in the last value, 210. Okay, so now I have to add another variable. That is the price. So I'll click add. So add what variable? It's not observation. Assuming that it was 11 observation and you put in 10, okay? You have the chance to correct it by adding observation. By this case, we want to key in the price data as well. So you have to add variable. Then put in the name, price, okay. So you start a coding of the values as well. 475. Okay, we have 400. We have 450. We have 550. We have 575. 375. 450. We have 400. We have 500. Okay. I think another 375. Okay, so this one too, we're missing. Okay, so now we have our data checked. Okay, so we can mark it for the system to recognize our data. So now we have our data in the system, so we can close this button. So what can we do from here? Yeah, if you want to first analyze our first model, if you want to analyze our first model, okay, then, okay, our first model, which is quantity, okay, as a function of what? Price. Establish the relationship. So we are not transforming any variable at this phase. So we can easily go on and analyze our data. But if we also want to transform the data so that we get a variable for the second equation as well, then we will go to add. What are we going to add? We're going to add variables. Variable in what? Log. So you have to first select a variable. So already we have selected quantity. Okay. We click on add log. So now it has transformed into log with ease. Okay. Then add another variable by clicking on price, add it log. So if you want squares too, okay, you can click on quantity, you click on add squares of the selected variable. Then if you want squares for price, you click on price, you go to add squares of that. Okay, depending on how the model is set up. So now you go to model, then you can start running your data. Okay, so let's choose ordinary least square. First of all, let's run our first equation, that is the original values, quantity as the dependent variable, then price as independent variable. You put it in this box. Already the constant term, the A is already there. You click enter. You have your data. You have your data output right here. Okay, so if you want to copy this into Word, you come to edit, then you click on copy. So you click on copy. Do you want it in Word or plain text? You want in Word. So click OK. So open your Word document. Okay, once you open your Word document, then you can place your data there. If you also want it in an equation form, you go back to the data output. Okay, go back to the data output. Then you click on file. When you click on file, you view as equation. When you have to view as equation, you come here and copy. You copy in Word. Okay, you open your Word document, then you place it. So you have it in an equation form. So if you also want to run, the analysis for the log, okay, then you have to make sure that the analysis that you are doing, you are selecting the log variables. You go to model, you go to ordinary least square, log quantity dependent variable, log price as independent variable, but make sure that you have taken any variable that doesn't belong there. So this initial price doesn't belong there. So I'll click on the red button to take it out. All I need to do is just run it. And this is the model for the elasticity, the log, the second equation. So the same way, if you want to copy directly, just copy Word, okay. Then you open your Word document, you make sure that you paste it. If you want the equation form as well, okay, you go to the output, then you click on File, View as Equation, then you copy. Then you open your Word and you paste it. So this is how you do for all data set that you want to run, okay? Yeah, so this is all about how to use Gradle, depending on your data set and the type of model you want to run, okay? So anything that you want to do in case of running, you go to model, okay? Any type of analysis you want to do, you come to where you have your variable, you click on what model. If you want to do anything to the variables, you come here as well. There's a lot more. If you want to do summary statistics, you come here. If you want to edit the attributes, you come here. If you want to display the values, you want to do frequency distribution, you come here. If you want to do normal Q and K plot, okay, you come here. If you want to do Gini coefficient analysis, you come here. If you want to do range mean graph, you come a lot more that you can do here. If you want to do time series plot, unit test, any type of analysis in terms of all these ARIMA analysis, econometrics modeling, you come here. Also, you also have some right here. If you want to do instrumental variables analysis, okay, you come here, two-state least square, other linear models, nonlinear models, robust estimate, a lot more that you can do with this. All you need to do is to master the system. It's free. Go and download, and I have a video on the first part that shows you how you can download to get it. It's a free software. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.